Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Zeno, or Liam here, and I'm bringing you guys episode number 2 of RYGS, otherwise known as Reviewing Your Gaming Setups. It is an interactive gaming setup review series where I myself review you guys' setups submitted to me through at the email at reviewingyourgamingsetups@gmail.com. So that's the email that you submit your setups to. You can submit pictures, descriptions, videos, anything to show me your setup. I'll be giving it a rating out of 10 based on creativity, based on organization, neatness, and all around if it's just an awesome setup. Thank you all so much for all the support on last week's episode, last Sunday, and I actually got 5 submissions this week, which is absolutely dope, so let's go ahead and dive right into it. So this first submission is coming from this dude named BoltGamer. He actually submitted me his PC specifications. So he's got a CPU Intel i5 6600 3.3 gigahertz, which is pretty good. That's the same motherboard that I have. Hard drive is 1 terabyte. I'd consider getting some SSD, but it's not very necessary. A GeForce GT 730, which once again isn't the best graphics card, but it works if you need to just do some light things. Thermal take case, nice. Power supply works fine, and the rest is just chilling. So let's go ahead and get into the next part. So here's his video. I'm going to skip around to the setup because I'm pretty sure a good bit of it is him talking. So let's go ahead and play. So he's got a game rack, it looks like. I have one of those game racks. It's really nice to show off your games in one of those. I really like that. So you've got an AOC, or no, an Acer monitor, my bad. A 21-inch Acer monitor up there. It looks pretty good. I like how it's mounted. I don't know if it's mounted on the wall, but it looks pretty good. The C920 I see on top. The only thing with that is it might be a little high for recording preferences. You know, you might want to lower it a little bit because the angle might not be as well. Okay, so there's your chat for streaming and stuff. Oh, let me make this full screen. My bad, guys. So that's your streaming monitor, it looks like. Let's skip around here. Alright, so you play on this TV, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's the TV that you have your PlayStation on. I'd recommend getting a nicer TV. It looks kind of like an old TV. I don't know what kind of... I've never heard of JMB before, but you know, maybe it's just some company that's pretty good. I've never heard of it, but I'd consider getting a new TV eventually because this one definitely probably isn't the best for gaming, but you know, it's better than not having a TV at all. And then you have a PS4 camera. I like your speaker setup here. That's really dope, but I think if that's a subwoofer, I'd consider putting that under your desk because it might rattle your desk if it's a subwoofer. Alright, let's see what keyboard you got here. Looks like a pretty standard keyboard that came with your... I can't read the company name, but I don't know if it's a CyberPower. Oh, okay, so you got... Oh, Steel... Is that Steel Series? I don't know. I have no idea. And then a Razer mouse mat. I like that. Let's see. Okay, he's showing the lights. Alright, so this looks like his PC down here. I like the case a lot. The only thing I'd say is definitely clean up the wire management there, because that's just atrocious. Definitely clean up this wire over here. I know it's not that much, but it's just kind of annoying seeing all the wires, you know, out up there. You could easily hide them behind the computer so it'd be less visible. I really like this headphone stand. It's nice that instead of just like laying it on your desk, you actually have something to put it in, which holds it, which is really nice. I like when people have those. And their speaker on the side, so it looks like it's pretty symmetrical. So is that your... Okay, so you have two Oh, that's an AOC monitor. Okay, so you have an Acer and an AOC monitor. I'd consider getting rid of the TV and just playing on this one. Because it would be... Unless you have 2 different computers for it, but yeah, this is what you use, I guess, to put your streaming stuff on. I mean, I guess that works, but I'd prefer to play on a monitor, I'd say, over a TV like that. So, it's just another monitor. I kind of like how they're laid out, though. Like, 2 are on top and 1's on the bottom. That's kind of interesting. I've never seen a setup like that before. Oh, that's a cool little lighting system. I don't have a lighting system in my setup. That's something I definitely need to invest in, getting, like, lights kind of sticking up here or something like that, because I have no lighting. I just have this window right there. Okay, so you have an iPhone mount, it looks like, which is good. I like when people have mounts for their phones that they're set up so you're not just leaving it lying around. I've never seen a mount like this, but it works, so props for that. Oh, the LED light strips, I see you. I love light strips. You see this microphone? Pretty solid microphone with a microphone stand. I like how it's in the middle of the two so you can see both monitors easily. That's a really good job right there with that. Kind of looks a little cramped though, but it's not too bad. You can kind of change it in all different angles. Let's see. There's a nice chair. I like that chair a lot. It's not like a name brand, it looks like, but it's pretty solid. And then the green screen, I'd suggest wrinkling it out because right now it looks like a bunch of different colors. Alright, so I guess that's pretty much all of his setup. The only thing I'd say he should change, like I said, clean up this wire management here a lot. You could easily clean that up, just throw it behind your computer, make it look a little bit better at least. And then the other thing is consider maybe saving up for a new TV. I know it's kind of a hard investment if you're on a budget, but I mean the TV itself is not the best. It's kind of a weird shape. So yeah, just wire management, new TV, maybe put that, if that's a subwoofer, put it on the ground. If not, then it's fine. And that's about it. Maybe open up some more room, and your setup looks pretty solid. I'm going to give you a 7.5 out of 10 for everything except those reasons that I said. So pretty solid setup. Not gonna lie, pretty solid. It's interesting the way it's all set up though. I like that. Alright, so let's get on to the next setup. So the next is coming from this guy named Jai Gaming. So I'm gonna read his specs here. He says he has a Aurora R5 Alienware desktop. That must have costed you a lot. I know Alienwares are a bit overpriced, but at least it has all the nice, like, you know, new hardware in it and stuff. So he's got a 4 GHz Intel Core i7 6700K. That's exactly the processor that I have. I love it. The graphics card he has is a GTX 1080, which is actually 2 steps above mine. I have a 1060, and you should definitely not have any problems running any games with that graphics card. 16 gigs of RAM, I like that. 2 terabytes of hard drive, and 256 gigabytes of SSD. Jesus, that's nice. That's nice. You've got a wood center glass desk. Nice. I would not like to have a glass desk, but if you can make it work, they're nice. Giving keyboard, mouse. So those are just his peripherals. Blue Yeti, PS4, and then your monitor. Oh, so you've got ultra wide. Oh, I'm so jealous of your ultra wide monitors, buddy. All right, let's zoom in here on this picture. All right, so it looks like this is his ultra wide, and this is his ultra wide right here, and then this middle one, I think it's either an Asus and an AOC. I don't know, but so you've got the ultra wide for your PS4 and one for your computer. So I don't understand why you have 2 keyboards and mouses here. That kind of makes no sense to me unless you have 2 different computers. But if you do, that's kind of weird. You would only need really 1. But let's go to the next one. Yeah, see, I don't know why you have 2 different... Oh, did one come... Okay, so you just have both of them set up. I don't know why you'd need both of them set up, but I'd suggest just running with the Razer one if you could, because this Alienware and this mouse do not really go together, right? So then there's your middle monitor. I see that. Pretty solid. I'd say make this your main monitor instead of this your main monitor. Put those icons on this monitor if you can. Let's see what else here. So let's see. Okay, so it looks like, is that a fan right there? And then looks like a lot of wires down here. I'd definitely clean that up if you could. If not, it's not that bad. Okay, so here's where your computer's at. Nice. I like the placing of it. Yeah, I'd just say clean up these wires right here. I don't know if this carpet's completely put into the floor. If it's not put into the floor, I'd suggest taking it out because you don't really want to put your computer on carpet. I mean, you can put some wood under there, but the carpet just doesn't really fit in with the setup, like I said. And look at the walls. It's kind of got like a white strip down there. I don't know what that's there for, but I'd suggest not putting your computer on carpet. I know it's not really that big of a deal nowadays, but just for the purpose of it, I'd consider not putting it on there. Clean up the wires right here. Let's see. Okay, so you've got your Elgato and Blue Yeti right here. Is your Blue Yeti behind your monitor? If your Blue Yeti's behind your... Let me see. Let me go to a full-out picture. Yeah, why is your Blue Yeti behind your monitor, dude? You should put your Blue Yeti, like, right here. That'd be perfect. Oh, well, your PS4 is there. Put your PS4 right here, and then put your Blue Yeti right there, and you'd have perfect room to record your voice, my dude. I don't know why you're hiding it. I mean, unless you don't use it, which would be kind of useless, but... Elgato is fine where it's at. I like how you can barely see any of the cords with it, which is working well. Yeah, definitely put your Blue Yeti out. I don't know why you have it sitting behind your monitor. That's really the only few things. I like this setup. Other than the cords and the carpet, the 2 keyboards, and the Yeti being behind there, I really like the setup. The monitors are really nice. This monitor is really much taller than the other ones. I don't know what size this is as compared to that, but I know those are ultra wide, so those cost a fortune, man. You're so lucky to have ultra wides. You don't even need the middle monitor, to be completely honest with you, but that's dope. I really like the setup. It's a good idea, but it's just kind of different, I'd say. So I'm gonna give you a 7.5 out of 10. Like the first one, the reasons being the floor carpeting, the wire management, and then the Blue Yeti being behind there, and the keyboard. So I'd consider cleaning that stuff up a little bit, and your setup will easily be 9.5, or 8.5 to 9.5, easy. Alright, so on to the third setup here. I think this is a video. Yep, so this is by a dude named Perexity. I'm pretty sure that's how he says his name. Let's go ahead and play it. I'm pretty sure his music is very loud. Alright, so it looks like he's got LED light strips. Okay, that was very blurry. So he's got LED light strips I like behind there. LED light strips always make your room look much better. I like this theme a lot. It's red. It's like a red and black theme, it looks like. Everything is literally red. It's so dope. Even his wall's red. Okay, so he's got a Dell monitor and a Samsung monitor, both, I think, around 21 inches. So there's your microphone. I like the pop filter on it. It's really nice. And real quick, before I get along, if you can see this white here, it really just doesn't fit in with your setup. I know Astro makes black mix amps. I actually have a black mix amp over there. So I consider getting a black mix amp just to match your entire setup, you know, because it's all black and red themed, which is dope. But then this just kind of sits there and it's white, and it's like, well, why is it there? So I really like the all matching keyboard and mouse with the red. Looks really dope. I've never seen a wall like that. It's very interesting. I'd consider painting it one color just personally, but it's up to you. I kind of dig it. Does your Xbox controller have freaking LEDs on it? This camera's really shaky. I'm pretty... Okay, so he's got a laptop. He actually doesn't have a desktop PC, but it looks like he's got fans underneath cooling down. I'm pretty sure he says that in the video, which is fine. I'd consider, if it looks like it's backwards, I think, unless all the ports are in the front, which would be kind of weird. I'd say turn it the other way to eliminate all these wires from being shown. Yeah, oh, your laptop's turned on the side. Okay, why don't you should definitely turn your laptop the opposite way so that the cords aren't all showing and stuff. Yep, the Astro mix amp. Good mix amp, but it's just the wrong color for your setup. It's white and red. Yep, he knows exactly what I'm talking about, that it should be black. Okay, that's cool how you have a separate little unit to put all your consoles in. I like that they're all like hidden and you don't have to worry about people like seeing them and stuff. Kind of in their own little area. Oh, I want one of those flip knives. Those are dope. So I'm pretty sure that is all of this setup, it looks like. Yeah, I don't need to see the rest of his room. Let's go back to the setup. I'm going to go ahead and give this setup an 8 out of 10. Only thing is that he should change is definitely try and get a new mix amp. Definitely try and get a black mix amp because it just looks weird having a white mix amp. It just doesn't look right with the setup, but I like the theme. The black and red theme is super dope. The cord management can be changed a little bit. I think you can fix it with the laptop, turn it the other way, you know, hide some cords behind the desk. Your desk looks super dope. You have that little cubby for everything. Monitors aren't exactly the same, but, you know, it's close enough, so it looks good. I really like the setup. I'm digging it, so let's get on to the next setup here. So this one's from a dude named DoubleK. This is a pretty short video, and he's got, let me see here. Yep, so he's got, let's see, it's pretty much this angle the entire time, so I don't have much room to go off of. But it looks like he has a double monitor setup, one normal size screen monitor, and then a box monitor. I'd suggest maybe in the future, if this is just in the future, if you're able to, buy 2 of the same monitors so that you have like some symmetry going on, because this one's really high as opposed to this one, and then your webcam's just sitting on top of that, so it's like kind of at a weird, you know, height angle and whatnot. I definitely suggest if you're gonna play games that you need more like extension on your arm for the mouse right here, I definitely consider. I keep forgetting to go to full screen, man. I definitely consider getting a more room and a mouse pad so you can, you know, easily glide your hand over it. Maybe even getting a new keyboard in the future. It looks like a standard computer, but it's fine for now as long as you're not heavy gaming. This headset is not. It looks like a 1 earpiece headset, not like a 2 muff. But if it's 2 muff, it's not bad. I'd consider saving it for a new one in the future. I like your position for your microphone, though. It's in a really good spot, and it doesn't look like you have too much room to go off of. I really like where you ended up putting it, and I like that it's black and it's not white, and it matches actually the monitors, and they're all black. So you got like a black wood theme going on here, which is fine. As I said, there's not too much he gives us in here to see. so I can't tell exactly your cord management. It looks fine. I don't see any cords really there, but it looks like you're not working with a lot of room. So maybe just try and clear up some room for your mouse and stuff. Maybe get a mouse pad, make it look a little bit nicer. So yeah, this is a pretty quick one. So I'm gonna give your setup a 6 out of 10, just because you know you have the block monitor. It's still kind of old. Like I said, clean up some of the stuff. Try and get some more room if you can, definitely for sure. And let's get on to the 5th and final setup. This is coming from a dude. His name is ADZ Drone or Drone, something like that. So I don't know too much about drones, so he gave me his drone here. I looked at it and it looks pretty good. I mean, I don't know too much about drones. Like I said, I'd love to get one, but I have no idea, so I'm just going to judge his setup. So he's got a laptop, Intel Core i7-5500U processor, which is not too bad, a GeForce GTX 940M, which you can play some pretty solid games on it. You should be able to run the normal games at a solid rate. So you've got an LG monitor, a Blue Yeti microphone, which is nice, and then Logitech mouse and keyboard, which is nice. I like those. So first thing I see is I really like the way you ran the cord management here. You can hardly see it, just this one little part here. And then over here, I don't know what's going on here. You did a good job of keeping it out of this area, but you can still kind of see it here. So if maybe you could get another piece of wood and slide it so it would cover up, that whole outlets and everything there, that would make it look better. But the cable management, I can tell you definitely put some time and effort into like cleaning it up, and I really do appreciate people who put some time and effort into their cord management, because that's really something that's difficult to do. This monitor is absolutely beautiful. It looks like it's an LG ultra wide monitor. If I'm mistaken, it's just because I can't tell. In the picture, it looks like a half in between both of them, but it looks really dope, and I really like the background picture that you have on your monitor. And it's really beautiful, and the light strips behind it look so nice. It gives us that like golden effect almost. So this mouse I see is the first thing, and it's just got like a really weird ergonomic shape to it. I don't know, like I couldn't imagine playing like a game with that mouse, but I guess it's pretty cool. Like it probably feels great, but I just have no idea like how. I've never held a mouse that's like that before, so I couldn't really give you a super great opinion on that one. Nice Logitech keyboard. I really like the Logitech keyboards a lot. The white backlight looks so clean, especially with your setup, how the way it's lit up and stuff. So your chair is white, which matches that, which matches your screen, which I really like, and then it gives this little gold effect in the background. As you can see, he has this drone right here, which is super dope. I like that a lot. So it looks like you have 3 headsets, 3 headphones hung up there, which is super nice. I really like that people you hung your headsets up. You didn't just leave it laying around on your desk. Like you didn't just leave it like this or something like that. You actually put the time and effort and hung it up on your wall, which is really sick. I love when people like have headphone stands and racks and stuff like that. So what I can see, you got some feet going on right there. You might want to clear those out of the way for next time. So it looks like you have your laptop sitting down here. Honestly, it doesn't look like you have the room because of your drone and stuff, but if you did have the room, you should put your laptop up by this monitor so you could use it as a dual monitors, but if not, it's fine. It's really not that big of a deal. But so your laptop's going on at this screen, which is dope. It looks like you have nice storage for stuff, for accessories for your drone, which is super dope. So it looks really clean. The setup is just so nice. I like how it's just one monitor. You don't see a lot of one monitor gaming setups anymore, just because people prefer the double, triple monitor setups nowadays. But this one monitor looks really dope for just gaming or for editing drone footage and stuff, which is really nice. So you have your GoPro stuff here, your like your SD cables or your SD cartridges and stuff. It looks like, I don't know what that is, but it's really dope. I like that. Yeah, like I said, just clean up that wire management. This is a solid setup. I like how you can literally see nothing here. Your desk is absolutely perfect for an ultra wide monitor. It fits so nicely there, and the drone makes it look even better, just having the drone right next to it. So the only thing that I would have to say about this setup at all would be clean up these wires right here, and you're golden, my dude. Like literally golden, like your freaking lights right here, literally golden. So I'm gonna give this setup, let's see, I'm gonna give this setup a solid 8.5 out of 10, only because of those wires right there. That's the only reason I have to, correct it. And if you don't get a 10 or a 9, don't worry about it, because almost any setup, no setup's a perfect 10. Every setup has its own flaws. Like, there can never be such thing as a perfect setup to anybody. It's all just personal preferences and stuff like that. So don't feel bad if your setup is not a 10 or a 9 or something like that. I'm going to give this an 8.5 just because I really like the theme of this setup. It literally gives off a really nice gold or yellowish, and I really like that a lot. So that's going to wrap it up for this second episode of RYGS. Make sure to leave a like down below. Let's see if we can break 30 likes again. We broke that on the first episode. That's absolutely insane, guys. I love this series, and I'm going to be making so many more episodes of this in the future, but right now it's happening every Sunday afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, I don't know what to say. Thank you guys for all the support on this series. My last episode is actually about to break 200 views right now, which is absolutely insane. Didn't think it would do that good for the first episode, but I'm just going to keep pumping these out. And yeah, that's about it. Leave a like, guys, down below. Let's try to break 30. And yeah, that's it. Peace.